want to tell you something today, and I really need you to hear it. If someone keeps making you question your worth, question where you stand, question whether they even want you, they do not deserve the love you're giving them. I know that's hard to hear, because when you love someone, you become their defense attorney. You explain everything away. They're stressed. They're overwhelmed. They're avoidant. They had a difficult childhood. They care, they just struggle. Maybe even every one of those things is true. But at some point, you have to stop trying to understand them and start protecting yourself, because there's a huge difference between someone who's struggling and someone who keeps hurting you while expecting endless understanding in return. Those are not the same thing. And here's what breaks my heart. Some of you have lived on emotional crumbs for so long that basic kindness feels like a miracle. One thoughtful text, one warm conversation, one affectionate moment, and suddenly you're thinking, maybe everything's changing now. But if you're starving, even crumbs feel like a feast. That doesn't mean you're finally being nourished. Someone who truly values you doesn't leave you emotionally hungry all the time. Now listen carefully. I'm not saying healthy relationships are perfect. They're not. People get stressed. People make mistakes. People disappoint each other. But when someone genuinely loves you in a healthy way, you usually feel safe, wanted, important, considered, not chronically confused. Some of you spend more time analyzing the relationship than enjoying it. You're decoding messages, watching response times, trying not to upset them, wondering whether they're pulling away, checking your phone every 10 minutes. That's not peace, that's survival. And one day, something inside you wakes up and suddenly think, wait a minute, I've been giving this person patience, empathy, loyalty, understanding, love. What have I actually been getting back? That's a painful question, because now you're grieving two things: the relationship and all the times you abandoned yourself to keep it alive. As the Heartbreak guy, I've seen this over and over. Beautiful people, kind people, deeply loving people believe that if they just love harder, they'll finally receive the love they've been waiting for. No, you cannot love someone into emotional capacity. You cannot overgive your way into mutual love. It doesn't work. Here's where people get trapped. They fall in love with a version of the person who only shows up occasionally. The warm version, the affectionate version, the emotionally available version. But if that version only appears once every 3 weeks, that's not a relationship. That's intermittent reinforcement. That's why it feels addictive. Healthy love feels different. Not boring, not flat, peaceful. You don't wake up every day wondering, do they still want me? Did I do something wrong? Why are they suddenly cold? Healthy love doesn't make you feel like you're constantly auditioning for a role you've already earned. And I want to say something directly. If someone only shows up when they're lonely, when they need comfort, when they need validation, but disappears the moment you need something, that's not a balanced relationship. It doesn't matter whether they're avoidant, emotionally unavailable, immature, or simply overwhelmed. You still end up carrying the pain. And that's what matters. And maybe you're saying, but they really do love me. Maybe they do. But love without consistency, without accountability, without emotional presence eventually becomes suffering. Because love isn't only something people feel, it's something they repeatedly do. So stop asking, how do I finally make them choose me? Start asking, why am I fighting so hard for someone who keeps struggling to show up for me? That question changes everything. Because now you're no longer trying to prove your value, you're evaluating theirs. And before I finish, please hear this. Someone's inability to love you well does not mean you were difficult to love. An avoidant pulling away doesn't define your worth. An emotionally unavailable person withholding affection doesn't define your worth. Someone else's limitations are not your identity. If you're exhausted from chasing emotionally unavailable people, if you're tired of questioning your value, or if you're ready to stop surviving on crumbs, I'd love to invite you to join my Skool community. This isn't just another online group. It's a community of people who truly understand heartbreak, avoidant relationships, anxious attachment, trauma bonds, and everything that comes with them. It's a place where you can ask questions, share your thoughts, talk about your struggles, celebrate your progress, and connect with like-minded people who are committed to healing and building healthier relationships. Every month, I'll also be teaching 3 live 90-minute workshops where we'll go much deeper into these topics than I ever can here in these videos. We'll learn together, answer questions together, and support one another as we grow. Membership is just $99 per month. If you're ready to stop trying to heal alone and become part of a community that's committed to real healing and real growth, I'd love to have you with us. You'll find the link below. I'm Daniel Michael, the Heartbreak Guy, and remember this: the right person won't make you spend years trying to convince them of your worth. The right person will recognize it and protect